I did rule out the possibility of promotion in the previous episode. I am officially unruling it out. We've had a blinder, and the teams in front of us are stumbling. Welcome back. As you can see, we are currently sat in 5th place. Realistically, 3rd place is as high as we can climb, but there's only 5 points now between ourselves and that playoff promotion slot. So the option and the possibility is still there. And a big step towards that would be getting a result against 1860 Munich, who are our game today. Before we do that, obviously we're going to run into what we've been up to. I need to show you our youth intake as well. And as long as that, and before we do so, if you could do me the favour of liking and subscribing, show your support on the channel, it will be greatly appreciated. Get my little face out there as well. Happy days. If you haven't already been or aware of the other save, Doleboy, we have eventually made it over to Aston Villa. So if you want to scoot yourself over there after this video and go and watch it, I would also greatly appreciate that. But in the time you've been with me, I've just noticed our highest possible finish now is 2nd, and lowest is 13th, which is pretty good. The board themselves have asked for, every time, there's 3 options here, and without fail, I always pick the wrong one. They want top half football. So we're almost in a position to guarantee that already. And there's, 6 games of the season left? So, pretty good. We did that with a bunch of pretty smashing results. Our new formation is doing some big work for us, which I can't remember if I've shown you or not. I'll find out very shortly. Because our last episode was against Meppen or Lotta. I cannot remember. We've started that Villa save, and there's a formation I started on that in game 1, and it did a decent job for us. So I decided to bring it over here, and it's doing all right here as well. I know we've recently lost to Zwickau, but it was our first loss in 11 games. We're still training the 4-1-3-2, but I didn't like that, as I mentioned a few episodes. I've basically just stole someone else's tactic, and I'm not a fan. So we've tweaked it slightly with wide midfielders. Further back, it's 4-1-4-1. You can read it there. It's 4-1-4-1. It's doing a good job. You'll see it very shortly. But as you can see, we've had a few goals pottering about. We still don't really have a top scorer, but our goals have been picked up by Volkmair and the penalty spot once more in a 1-0 win against Meppen. A draw against St. Pauli, which a win there would have been fantastic, but a draw is brilliant nonetheless, away from home as well. A 3-0 win against Hamburger SV. A 1-0 win against Karl Zeiss Jena. 2-1 win against Turkey Munch. We beat Aachen, Alemannia Aachen. We beat them 1-1, apparently. It was a draw. A 92nd minute equaliser from them. That was annoying. And as I mentioned, most recently, we've lost to Zwickau, who have got, I can't decide if it's a cool badge or a really crap badge. I'm unsold, but they've got a badge, as all the other teams do, unless they've stolen it from someone else. In regards to the youth intake, it is utterly appalling. Like, there just isn't a good player. There's 2 players that are pushing decent, and that's if they hit their potential. They might be decent. That's it. Complete waste of everyone. So I'm not even going to go into slating the players any further, because even slating them is a waste of time. So we'll just move on. The formation, as you can see, is a 4-1-4-1. I covered it a little bit earlier when I kept telling you it was a 4-1-4-1. But we've got wide playmakers, I believe they're called. That's exactly what they're called. We're still going with the centre mids on attack. We've got a false 9 up top to hopefully drop down into this area and get these guys involved. I do have it as a ball in mid, but I'm tempted to put this to a deep line playmaker on defend. Gets a little bit more kind of creativity in this area. And then, obviously, we're still rolling with the inverted wing-backs. I feel that they offer a little bit more defensively, so I put them on wing-back support, and they just piss off up the wing. I punched the arm of the microphone. Sorry about that. Whereas if I have them as inverted wing-backs, whilst they do piss off, but they piss off into this area, so they can always track back into, like, the dangerous areas. So I don't know. I don't know if this is like a false economy or whatever you want to call it, but it makes me feel better having them as inverted. So it's what we're going with for a bit. I am going to put a Ramu at the base of the midfield because I like him. That's about the most of it. We'll go with that team of Moller, Allentoft, Schwartz, Volkmer, Rota, Aremu, Nuper, Montez, and Denge, Sekulov, and then we have Schulter up top. We are really playing balanced at the moment. They're quite a strong team regarding like the league, etc. So I don't want to be pushing up too far. Actually, what I will do as well is just make these guys supporting, just so they're a tad less aggressive. There's a corner on the right for Munich. Has anybody spotted an issue with this game? I'll give you a slight hint. The kits are exactly the same. Whose smart idea was it? Going, right, Duisburg, we're going to go and play them. They play in white and blue stripes, predominantly white kit. I think we'll wear our grey one. Splendid idea, John. That's why you're the kit man. Idiot. John is an idiot. Another tricky game for our teams. St. Pauli are playing Sandhausen. They are in 10th at the moment. And as I'm talking, you've probably noticed that they're also 2-0 up. So they're ruining my idea here of trying to get into Europe. I am trying to get to be fair, I am trying to get into Europe. It's just that I'm about 2 divisions too far down for it. In other news, Montez has just scored for us. 29th minute, we're 1-0 up. So we're only 2 points from 4th place. 4th place, which means nothing other than kind of bragging rights. That's about it. But we're on St. Pauli's tail. We're chasing them down, which is what we want to be seeing. I'm going to praise the boys for that because we've taken the lead against one of the stronger teams. I keep calling people a stronger team. We're one of the stronger teams. We need to be up there. This is just us performing as well as we should be. And obviously, Football Manager, we know that you need to perform at least a level higher. So we'll start doing that pretty much. Since we've implemented these tactics, we have been at that level. I might have a little look after this at the form. If I don't forget, which I probably will, because it's me and I've got the memory of a sieve. But it'll be interesting to see where we are kind of in the last 5 to 10 games. I think it only goes back 5 games. But with our little loss on there, it may not be as complimentary as I hoped it would be. But either way, this horrific kit clash is doing us no favours. Or me, to be quite honest. But Volkmer is just keep possession. Don't give away possession needlessly. It's a brilliant ball. And Den just broke the line. Oh, he's at the post. I really hope that when they passed it back to the goalkeeper, he just kicked it into his own net. I don't like the feel of this highlight straight away. I'm not a fan of it. It may be that we'll get the ball and attack, but I think as we're seeing it build up, it's quite clearly their goal, isn't it? It's not quite a goal for them. However, one of their players did just try to commit GBH on one of my fans. It's half time. Do you know what? We're all over them. Absolutely battered them. I'm going to leave us where we are. We've had the better of the game. It doesn't make sense for me to try and be more aggressive. A little bit of a tricky situation at the moment. Do we, as I say, go more aggressive, try and grab the game by its throat? Because obviously, looking at our little player thing at the bottom, which I don't think you could see, we're having the better of the game because all of our defence, goalkeeper, and one of our centre mids is. Oh, here you go. You can see it down here. Everyone's green, so obviously we're having a good game. Our strikers are completely just non-effectual. Nothing's happening. Hence why I'm thinking, I'm moving us to positive. I'm doing it. What's the worst that could happen? Could drop points, fall out of the promotion chase. Season will be pointless. That's quite a big issue. Sandhausen have pulled one back. St. Pauli have scored another. We're going to bring Newport off because he's doing a big fat load of nothing on that wing. You will notice this the more I play with this tactic. Those wide playmakers, they don't have the best ratings. So I'm not 100% sure what to do with them. Do I push them up and then we basically a 4-3-3? And I can use them as advanced playmakers out wide. Maybe a wide target man. I'm considering just putting these 2 defensive wingers. I do have a tactic I think saved or loaded up on my Villa one, yeah. Which is in essence this, but we've dropped to 3 centre-backs, 2 strikers, and then we've got defensive wingers kind of here. I haven't been using it, but I'm just training it in because I think it might be a thing, but I don't know when to implement it. But this one's doing good for us. So obviously we'll crack on. It's just I'm not sure how to get these wide midfielders and striker involved in the game. Is it just simply putting a cam in, dropping these two back, and then we're just playing a 4-4-1-1? Or just a straight 4-5-1? I don't know. I really should know. It's literally the purpose of the game is to develop tactics and make your team good. But what I do generally is just completely wing it. And then most of the times, it actually works out quite well. So I'm just going to crack on as we are because it's not horrific at the moment, which is usually what I go for. I'm going to bring Aremu out. I'm going to put Schlax back in, drop him back to a ball in mid because we're going positive rather than balanced. So we need a little bit more structure in the mid. I'm going to leave the third sub as well because I've been just talking at you for about 20 minutes. I feel that this highlight is going to lead to nothing, but let's commentate regardless. Sekulov is out on the left side now. We've offered him a new contract recently as well, which he's decided to accept, which I'm happy about. He's put it back to Ndenge, who's kicked it wide. We've had about 4 shots in this game that have gone about an inch wide. That is an inch, for anyone that's wondering. Don't know why I felt the need to visualise the distance. Sekulov, Rota, just... I already have a feeling I know what's going to happen in this game. I think we all know what it is, don't we? Schulter's a mile offside. Literally a mile offside. I can't do that with my hands because it's too long a distance. Even 2 hands. 20 minutes left. We'll just encourage... Oh, well, I've encouraged them and we're winning. Are they going to be livid? They don't care. No, they do care. They are quite upset. That's a shame. Schulter ran in the vague direction of the ball. Didn't pick it up at all. Right, Weishaupt. Monte didn't even notice Schulter was there. He's our player, and he's camouflaged with their players. Montez has got a second. I knew there's a reason I brought Montez in. He's a bit good. 15 minutes left. I'm going to drop us back down to balanced. And I'm going to be the tiniest bit stinky. Not a lot. Just a little stink. Just like when you haven't had a shower for a few days. You're not like killing flies when you walk past. That people are like turning their nose and like giving you shifty eyes, if you know what I mean. I haven't even had like lemonade or anything fizzy. I can't even blame E-numbers for this. I'm just genuinely chatting utter nonsense. We have 12 minutes left of the game. St. Pauli are now only the 3 points ahead of us, which there were to start with. We've got a 10-point gap between us and Osnabrück, which is it's unassailable. Not officially, but it is. We have received the ball that they have quite literally thrown away, which is nice. Weishaupt is flying up the left wing, or the right wing. It's all looking a little bit decent at the moment. Just, we know what we need to do, and what that is, keep possession. So, let's just end this highlight right now. We don't need to worry about conceding, do we? Schwartz, all the way back to his goalie. And he's going to... He didn't batter it upfield. How exciting. Rota. This... I was just about to say that this highlight is completely pointless. But it appears that it's going to be their goal, isn't it? Maya, Eka, Vitva. Straight through the middle. Posh. He's hit it wide. There's a little bit more than an inch. It was like an inch and a half. Well, there we go. At the death of the game, Sekulov did actually pick up a 7 rating, so he went green. Weishaupt came in for Newport and picked up a rating almost identical to him. But other than that, everyone else performed fantastically. Stats-wise, we're on top. Wasn't a fluke. It's a decent formation. It's doing good bits. We'll return then now for the final 2 games of the season. Only issue being, we have got Osnabrück, who are second. We then have these fellas, who were first. Sandhausen, who are 10th. And then we've got Cottbus and Oberhausen, 16th and 6th. We'll be back for those in that final episode. If I've completely bottled the very limited chance we have of a promotion playoff by then, we'll be back for just the 1 game. But things are looking all right, you know. If we can pick up results against those big 2, which I think we did earlier in the season. I've just noticed them up here. We definitely did not. Erzgebirge Aue absolutely destroyed us. So we'll hope to not have that, and we'll pick up 2 wins. It's definitely going to happen off camera. Well, bonus of it happening off camera is that when they batter me and I cry, you don't get to see it. So it's all good. We'll be back for that. There's items over here, or at least there will be very shortly. If you're enjoying the whole dealio, then like, subscribe. Makes a massive difference. And yeah, I don't suppose there's any more of my time or your time that I need to be taking. Thank you very much.